Can't I spoil my boyfriend every now and then? Jungkook laughed softly, walking over to kiss Tae on the cheek. Of course you can, my tiger, but this seems like more than just spoiling. You're up to something. Tae's lips curved into a smirk, but his eyes remained serious. Maybe I am. As they sat down to eat, Jungkook couldn't shake the feeling that something important was happening tonight. Tae kept looking at him with an intensity that made his heart race, though he couldn't quite put his finger on why. After dinner, Tae suggested they go out for a walk, and Jungkook agreed, eager to spend more time together under the stars. They wandered through a quiet park nearby, the cool night air wrapping around them as they strolled hand in hand. Jungkook loved moments like this, the simplicity of just being with Tae, no pretense or walls between them. They reached a small clearing where the city lights twinkled in the distance, and Tae suddenly stopped. Jungkook turned to him, curiosity written across his face. Tae, what is it? Jungkook asked, tilting his head. Tae took a deep breath, his hand squeezing Jungkook's a little tighter. For a moment, it seemed like he was searching for the right words, his usual calm demeanor faltering. I've been thinking. Tae began, his voice steady but laced with emotion. About us. About everything. Jungkook's heart skipped a beat. He didn't say anything, just waited for Tae to continue. I never thought I'd be in a relationship like this. Tae admitted, his eyes locked on Jungkook's. I didn't think I was capable of it. Loving someone the way I love you, it's still terrifying for me sometimes. I know I'm not always easy to deal with, but you've stayed with me. You've accepted me for who I am. And because of you, I've realized something. Jungkook's throat tightened, emotion swelling as Tae spoke. His heart felt like it might burst from the sincerity in Tae's words. I realized. Tae continued, stepping closer and taking both of Jungkook's hands in his. That I don't want to be without you. Not now, not ever. I've tried to imagine a future where we aren't together, and I can't. It's you, Jungkook. It's always going to be you. Jungkook's eyes widened slightly as he realized where this conversation was headed, his heart pounding in his chest. Before Jungkook could respond, Tae reached into his pocket, pulling out a small blue velvet box. Jungkook's breath hitched as Tae knelt down in front of him, his eyes never leaving Jungkook's. Jungkook, I've never been perfect, and I won't ever pretend to be. I have anger issue. I always used to be cold, arrogant and rude. I never cared about anyone. I never believed in love. I always kept distance from love and people around me. I was just living in my own world, where I have never imagined loving anyone. Which why people around me gave me a tag of red flag. Though I never cared about what tag they gave me. But now things are different. I care about you. And I love you, more than anything. And now I want to spend the rest of my life with you. So, will you marry me? Tae said softly, his voice thick with emotion. Jungkook's vision blurred with tears as he stared down at Tae, overwhelmed by the moment. He had always known he loved Tae, but hearing those words, seeing Tae kneeling before him with that sincerity in his eyes, it was almost too much. Yes. Yes, of course, I'll marry you, my tiger. Jungkook whispered, his voice cracking slightly. Tae's expression softened with relief and joy as he stood, slipping the ring onto Jungkook's finger. Before Jungkook could say anything else, Tae pulled him into a tight embrace, burying his face in Jungkook's neck. I don't deserve you. But I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to be someone worthy of you. Tae murmured, his voice muffled by Jungkook's skin. Jungkook pulled back slightly, cupping Tae's face in his hands. Don't say that. You are worthy, Tae. You always have been. You're one in a billions. And I'm lucky enough to have you. Because not everyone can see through a tiger's inside, you know. But I saw that. I saw how soft and good-hearted person this tiger is. And I'm proud to be by your side. Actually, I'm glad that you're their so-called red flag heartthrob. I may sound selfish to you now. But I'm really glad you were a red flag for everyone. Because if you were not a red flag for them, maybe someone would have taken their place by your side by now. And I might never have had the chance to be with you. So I am really very glad for this. All thanks to you. But I want to warn you. Never say anything about yourself like that again. 'Cause I don't allow you to. I will never tolerate anything against my tiger, who is nothing but perfect in my eyes. Remember that. Jungkook said, his voice firm and sincere. Tae was looking at Jungkook with amazed eyes. He never thought Jungkook think like that. While seeing him silent, Jungkook pulled his face closer. Soon their lips met in a kiss that was both tender and full of promise, sealing the moment in a way words never could. They stood there, under the stars, wrapped in each other's warmth, knowing that this was just the beginning of their forever. And in that moment, Jungkook knew that no matter what challenges they faced, no matter how imperfect their love might be, it was theirs. It was real. And it was enough. A week after the proposal, Tae made a decision. He wanted to do things properly, meet Jungkook's parents, ask for their blessing, and prove that he was serious about marrying their son. Despite his nerves, Tae was determined. Jungkook deserved to have a proper wedding, and Tae wanted to be the kind of partner who respected every part of Jungkook's life, including his family. Jungkook had warned him that it might not be easy. His parents were protective, and the rumors that surrounded Tae hadn't escaped their notice. But Tae believed that if he showed them how much he loved Jungkook, they'd come to accept him. The day finally came, and as they approached Jungkook's family home, Tae could feel the tension creeping up his spine. He hadn't felt this nervous in years. His hand found Jungkook's, and he squeezed it for reassurance. Jungkook smiled up at him, sensing his nerves. It's going to be fine. Just be yourself. I'll be right by your side. No matter what. Tae nodded, his jaw tight as they stepped inside the house. The atmosphere was a bit tense, and Jungkook's parents greeted him with polite smiles, but there was an underlying wariness in their eyes. After exchanging some small talk, they all sat down in the living room, and Jungkook's father finally spoke up. So Tae, Jungkook tells us that you've proposed to him. That's a big step. Jungkook's father began, his tone measured. Tae nodded, keeping his voice calm. Yes, sir. I love Jungkook, and I want to spend the rest of my life with him. Jungkook's mother exchanged a glance with her husband before speaking. "We've heard things about you, Tae. We've heard that you don't have the best reputation when it comes to relationships. You don't have friends. You live in your own world. Don't care about anyone. As if nothing matters to you. We're worried about our son." Tae's heart began to pound harder, but he kept his expression steady. He had expected this. The rumors about him, his aloofness, his past, his reputation as someone who is well known for being a cold, arrogant, rude bad boy. A clear red flagged heartthrob with anger issue, who never cared about anyone. But the thought of losing Jungkook over these false perceptions sent a wave of anger through him. He clenched his fists tightly, his knuckles whitening. The urge to defend himself, to lash out and set the record straight, rose like a storm within him, but he caught himself. He couldn't afford to lose his temper here. Not in front of Jungkook's parents. Not when so much was at stake. "I understand your concerns," Tae said slowly, his voice controlled though his emotions boiled beneath the surface. "I know what people say about me, and I won't pretend I've been perfect in the past. But I've changed. For Jungkook. He means everything to me, and I would never hurt him. I truly care about him. And I love him more than anything." Jungkook's father frowned, clearly not convinced. "How do we know that you won't? How do we know this isn't just another phase for you? What if in few days you stop caring about him? And go back to your old arrogant don't care form?" Tae inhaled deeply, his anger threatening to bubble over. He could feel his pulse thundering in his ears, but Jungkook's presence beside him grounded him. He wasn't here to defend his pride, he was here to prove his love. Before he could respond, Jungkook interrupted saying, "To be continued. Last part is coming soon. Thanks for watching, puffballs. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and share. Also subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to never miss any updates.